just the way I am. My life. MalLiJiMa. MalLiJiMa. Hey friends, welcome to my video. Thanks for clicking on my thumbnail. Glad you're here with ITZY. Now, today we are going to be checking out some ITZY content. We have DALLA DALLA, the debut. We are doing a reaction to ITZY's discography. Starting with debut, DALLA DALLA. Obviously they have the B-side, Want It. Love that B-side too, but we're checking out DALLA DALLA today. That's the plans. So, this series reaction is basically, I'm doing it for all of my favorite artists, ITZY being one of my favorite artists, where I see what their discography looks like and the videos that are like title tracks, as well as some B-side stuff that they've dropped that I haven't checked out on my channel that I feel is necessary to show you my entire journey through my favorite artist discography. Today, that happens to be ITZY, and that happens to be their debut, DALLA DALLA. I got my light stick ring thing with my light ring. I feel like I shouldn't have this because they didn't have it yet during this era, but it's okay, we're here. I'm gonna break this video down with y'all, show y'all what I think of it, or how I like it, what I'm thinking of this era, tell y'all all my thoughts and processes that go through my brain, everything that starts firing while listening and dancing and vibing to DALLA DALLA. So that's the plan today. But before we get into this, obviously, as usual, we need to make sure that we re-like the official video on JYP's channel. Subscribe to JYP, support ITZY. Obviously, this has 308 million views. It doesn't need all of your support in the world, obviously, but it still would be nice if you supported it. This ratio needs to be a little better, so like the video, support ITZY. You don't have to like my video or subscribe to my channel, though I would appreciate it. I am trying to grow my channel one friend at a time, so if any of you out there are midsy and want to join the vibes that we got over here going strong, I love ITZY. Anytime ITZY does anything, basically I try to check it out. So I also have some free ITZY content over on my Patreon, as well as some series I've been watching for ITZY over on Patreon if you want to support me. But with all that out the way and all that said, anytime ITZY does anything, especially we have a comeback at the end of the month. Cheshire, how we feeling? Can't wait. I'm going to check that out when it drops, so be here on my channel the day that drops. I will have a reaction to it, and I will be checking out the album over on Patreon. But this, today, is the reaction to DALLA DALLA. So, I hope y'all are excited, because DALLA DALLA is a slapper. Some of y'all out there, this still might be your favorite title track, and that's understandable. So, we finna check it out. Let's get these vibes. DALLA DALLA, 3, 2, 1, click play. Bro, when I first... Okay, let me tell y'all when I got into ITZY. Actually, I feel like this is more important. I was getting deep into K-pop. Late 2018, early 2019. I was starting to stan lots of groups. When ITZY debuted, I was still, like... I'm still learning the whole process of, like, groups debut from these big companies. It's like, oh, yeah. SM has a new group. Boom, here it is. I'm like, oh, wait. So that means... Twice has a sister group? What does that mean exactly? So this is a new group also under JYP. I knew companies were a thing, but I was still getting used to the concept. So I didn't check this out the day it dropped. I wasn't as hyped for it the day it dropped. I wasn't like, ooh, new JYP girl group, this is gonna be lit. I checked this out like a few weeks, maybe. It wasn't. It was honestly like 5 days after it dropped. Because I saw it and I recommended. I was like, what is that? I watched it and I was like, whoa! Ever since then, been a midsy. So, here we are. ITZY's DALLA DALLA. Sorry, I just had to, you know, let y'all know how I found it. So, obviously, they get in the elevator. Ding. Change their outfits in the elevator, which I thought those outfits looked fine. They didn't, so, you know. Wait. Don't be a creep. There's a camera. Throw the stuff at the camera. Bam. Transition. Sheesh. Those are the teaser picture outfits, obviously. Then into these sparkly outfits. Golly! Visual region. Hey, hey, and they tell me, yeah. And then she was obviously famous pre-debut, so the way that she started the song was obviously the vibes by JYP. And they tell me. So what? Yeji, I love you. You're my bias. Ooh. For the longest time, I'd say up until, honestly, it was kind of recently. I never had a bias in this group ever. It flip-flopped between all 5 of them. I'd say Yeji is now my bias probably. I love her a lot. But I don't know. It's like, it's hard. I'm still low-key not biased in the group. I'm still like basically OT5, but Yeji is my girl. Don't care, really don't care, because hey. Hey. Yo, you know the you know when you name a sheep in Minecraft Jeb and it be changing colors? Yeah, that's the Jeb dog. They need to edit the little name tag above it. Hey, yo. Sorry. Chaeryeong looks great here, obviously. Chaeryeong, yes. Then Yuna came through like, yeah, that's me. All the color changing in this video is cool. Shout out to JYP for all the editors. And ITZY stay loving themselves, you feel me? And then everyone always flips it and they're like, look, I feel like it's not, people always, man, every time a song like this comes out and people are like, I love myself, I'm positive, this, that, and the other. Everyone's always like, especially with ITZY, I feel like I saw the people, oh, this is stupid. No, this is a dumb concept. Of course you love yourselves. You're ITZY. Have you seen yourselves? You're like beautiful. You're this, that, and that. Yeah, I know, right? But that's not, y'all are looking at it like wrong. Like, stop trying to make a positive song negative. Like, actually, what's wrong with you that you're trying to take a positive message and make it negative? Like, you can joke around and jokingly say, of course you love yourselves. You're ITZY, like, duh. But like, I mean, there are some people that be taking it serious. They started having numerous songs with this concept. Their concept was like loving yourself and whatnot. And people are like, hey, yo, honestly, it's cringe. I don't like it at this point. What's wrong with y'all? JYP, fix this. I'm like, what? Hello? Can they not just say a positive message? Y'all people are weird. Some of y'all people be weird. Okay, y'all K-pop stans can take shit too far. But hey, I got the vibes. I love myself. And look, I try to embrace that. Like, actually, you just gotta be you in it. Like, if any of y'all watching this video, bro, don't care what other people think. Just be you in it. Like, come on now. Yeah. I'm just the way I am. MalLiJiMa. The iconic MalLiJiMa after the My Life. And we are playing it again. No. To be honest, I've always been Yeji fan ever since this video. Yeji was my bias in this video, so I should have known Yeji was going to be my bias in general, but I don't know. This outfit that she has on here has always, literally has always owned me. Hey, yeah. The Jeb dog. This choreo is so fun with them like jumping out of here with the colorful buildings and the lights and all that. It's just fun. The lighting is sick too. Yo, every time I see this, I always cringe. Like, it's cool that they was dancing on all these Kias, right? That's cool. But the roofs are... I'm not even a car person. I never have been. But the roofs of these cars were getting dented as hell when they were dancing on them. I mean, it looked cool though, because the whole point of this was like, obviously colors and whatnot. They had like obviously 2 rows of cars, and then the rest are all like green screened in, right? But it just looks cool. But like, look at the roofs of these cars while they're dancing on them. It's like, what do you think was gonna happen? You're dancing on cars. Just keep on dreaming. Hey, thanks. Yeah. Hey. Y'all said it from debut, and I've been on this energy. They said that, and I was like, you got my back? Bet. Because ever since then, I can turn to ITZY to make me happy. Because I'm human. I'm like a lot of y'all. They're human. We all be going through tough times, okay? And ITZY said, we're going to debut. We're going to be that thing. We're going to be a place you could turn to in a time of need. We are. Turn to us. Look, we struggle too. We need to turn to y'all. They be coming on V Live talking about something. We're going through a tough time. And then they just be talking out with us, reading comments, having a funny, good old time. And we just be, it's our little like happy place, you know? We just, so like, I have lots of things in K-pop. K-pop as a whole really does that for me. Just, I turn to K-pop for happy times. But ITZY, especially, you know, they said it. Like, they got our back, bro. Keep your chin up. Like, come on now. We gonna walk the walk together, and we gonna make it out the tunnel of darkness. It's gonna be fine, okay? Just be you. Be different. It's fine, you know? Like, hey, come on now. Everybody. Fire notes in the background, like a little bit. Now people have the audacity to always say that ITZY isn't talented, and all ITZY is performers and visuals. And honestly, shut the fuck up. Thank you. Look at this. The building's going crazy with the visuals now. The flashing lights on that started and ended with the region, and then bam with the iconic crown. Little thingy, close the thing, whoop, 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 Dalla Dalla, it's yeah, and then the Dalla Dalla logo, and then It's Different, the album, with the B-side on it. You know, like, I be feeling, look, it made me happy. Up next, obviously, in this series, we got ITZY. We'll get to that, though, when we get to that, okay? This was Dalla Dalla, and this was that debut. They are a performance group. They're basically, in my eyes, I feel like now, it's only just now, I feel like getting to the point where people are super contested with ITZY when it comes to performers. Because I feel like the 4th gen, a lot of these groups that are debuting are really good at dancing. Because, like, the people that are debuting now are kids and idols, trainees, that grew up watching K-pop. They grew up watching they grew up, some of the people grew up with 3rd gen. They were like stans in the same way we are of 3rd gen idols. And 3rd gen took 2nd gen dancing and leveled it up. So 4th gen's taking 3rd gen dancing and leveling it up. So these idols are insane dancers, right? And sometimes the dancing and the performance increases, and maybe the vocals aren't as strong in certain groups than others. I'm not going to say ITZY has the best vocals. I'm not going to say they have bad vocals, though. Yo, they have some good vocals in this team. But, like, they are such good at performers. And they're one of the few groups. I can't dance for anything. I just be vibing. Cool choreos catch my eye, and I love dancing and the fact that that's part of K-pop. But I don't always look for just dancing when I'm standing groups. That's not my criteria. But with ITZY, for some reason, I'm always excited to see the dance every time because I know it's going to be cool. And so ITZY's one of those groups where I come in expecting cool dances, and like in my mind, they are a group I think of as like a performance-based group, and they're really good at dancing, right? And so when I think of that, I'm like, okay, ITZY performers. And then I feel like they haven't had much competition. The 4th gen's got some crazy dancers, but ITZY for me is that group that has been on top. As far as girl groups go, there's no one competing. I feel like now, groups like the Seraphim are starting to maybe be really good at performing. Like, I love the Seraphim. There's been a lot of content lately on the channel, the Seraphim based, because I think they're really talented. They're great at dancing and all that. And so I feel like ITZY been going strong for 3 years now with basically no competition. There's some smaller groups that I think personally have great dancing that can compete, but like, I don't know, and I'm not bashing any other groups. I am one of the biggest 4th gen girl group stans probably on YouTube. I love most all of them. Bruh, half of my collection is just 4th gen girl groups. Like I don't know, more than half maybe. I love them, but ITZY is that performance group for me. So this was their debut. They came out, they said performance, and then they're finna be vibing, and for the rest of their career, they're just finna level up their performance more and more as they get better. And I'm sure Cheshire is gonna be an amazing performance. I liked Sneakers personally, so a lot of people apparently don't like Sneakers. Whatever. I thought that album slapped. I thought the title track was fun, and I'm put my sneakers on Hanadura ready to get set go. Like I'm ready to get set go into Cheshire. So I am the next part of the series. So keep an eye out for not only my Cheshire reaction, but the second installment, ITZY, where when we check out ITZY. And yeah, friends, if you enjoyed this reaction, give me a like. I'd appreciate it a lot. It helps me more than you know. Also, MalLiJiMa friends, let me know in the comments what you think of this. Who was your instant bias when you watched this video? For me, it was Yeji. Y'all might have just fallen for Ryujin, and I understand that. It might have been Yuna. I really did like Yuna after watching this video, too. I was like, ooh, who is she? The girl on the escalator. I liked her. You know, I liked them all, okay? I think my first ever bias in this group was Leah. And it wasn't a strong bias. I said I never really had a bias to Yeji because I say my first bias was Leah. She was the first one where I was like, yeah, that's my bias. But, like, I just said it, but I didn't really mean it. I don't know. No offense to, that sounds weird to Leah, but, like, I don't know. I think Leah was the first one, but Yeji stood out to me the most in this video. So, y'all gonna let me know who stood out to you the most in this video when you first watch it, not to this day. I mean, if you can remember the first time you saw this, even if the first time you saw this was yesterday, let me know what you're thinking. And with that being said, friends, I'm gonna get out of here now. So I hope you, yes, you, have a good day, morning, or night, whatever time it is for you, and wherever you are in the world. And with that being said, stand ITZY, stand talent. Peace. Goodbye.